Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for August 21st to the 27th. This is for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional culture cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Taurus. I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So Taurus, this is a week. This is gonna be a week. Now, I want you to picture yourself as any Saturday Night Live character. You know those reaction shots when something weird happens? That's what your face may be like this week. I'm not gonna lie, it is a weird week. It's a confusing week. It's a week where you just may be like, what is happening? Here's the thing. On Tuesday, we have Venus squaring Jupiter. This is great. We've had a couple of these, all right? These are those breakthrough moments, those moments that bring you a little bit more wisdom, make you bring a lot more self-belief, really understanding what brings you pleasure at this point. And remember that, you know, Venus is your ruling planet. Jupiter is in your sign. You are really going to feel this, okay? Now, the other thing that's happening on this day that makes it very interesting is that Mars is going to oppose Neptune. Now, this is very, 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 very interesting, all right? Because you know, Mars, I'll talk about this later, but there could be a little bit of like deception at play around this day. A lot of self-deception. Just don't deceive yourself around this time. Don't be in a place where there are some things where you feel like that you probably, you know, if you know, you hear something and it's probably not coming from like a reputable source, don't go like 1,000% in. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of like kind of day. Okay. Now here's the thing. You have to remember Mars is in Virgo right now, and so Mars is a fiery planet, and when it's opposing Neptune, Neptune is all about compassion. It's all about imagination. So this is a great day to just, you know, be in touch with your higher self, to really be in touch with, you know, your spirituality, and to, you know, again, just really, really just go within. Honestly, it really is a day to really do a lot of self-discovery and do it in a way where it's for the greater good, for not only for yourself, but for those around you. All right. That is what this day really is, how you can use this energy, just being like selfless. It really is something that you may just like naturally feel. All right. Now, the other thing that's happening is the day after. So now we're on Wednesday. The sun is moving into Virgo. So we're officially moving into Virgo season. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm not going to lie. This is a very interesting, confusing week because we're moving into Virgo season, which is great. We love Virgos, right? You know, you do. Your BFF, fellow Earth sign. Now, this is all about, you know, getting really focused, laser focused on what you want, the things you need. Also, you know, bringing it, like I said, to that perfectionist energy. Virgo is also like service to others. Okay, it's really, 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 again, just getting stuff done, communicating really well, the things that you need to do. There's a lot of sense of responsibility that you may be feeling around this time. What's really crazy is that on that day, Mercury goes retrograde, okay? And so, as we know, Mercury is in Virgo. So not only is the sun in Virgo, but Mercury is in Virgo, but Mercury is going retrograde up until September 14th. Now, what else is happening is Mercury retrograde is overlapping Venus retrograde. So this is really, when I say things are gonna be like, you're gonna go deep, you're gonna go deep. There's a lot of like rethinking things, reevaluating things, especially what brings you pleasure. Remember, all this activity in Virgo is in your 5th house of pleasure. And so this also includes family. It includes children. It includes procreation, creativity, self-expression. And so you will have a lot of moments in terms of thinking and again, reevaluating matters of the heart, but also now matters of communication. And, you know, with Mercury retrograde, in fact, I did a video on the 4 things you should not do during a Mercury retrograde, if you want to check that out. And I also did a separate video for all 12 signs on what you can expect with Mercury going retrograde for your sign. Yes, Mercury retrograde affects every sign differently. I want you to know that, okay? And so members have access to that now. That'll be up this weekend. And so you can take a look and see how this Mercury retrograde will affect you and what you should be focusing on. Now, here's and I say in one of the videos that I actually do like this Mercury retrograde, and I want you to work with it. It is, I know people groan when Mercury retrograde comes around, and sure, it brings some frustrations and delays and some, you know, hiccups in communication, but this is a good one, all right? Mercury is in its domicile. It is a ruling planet for Virgo. It's also exalted in Virgo, so it has a lot of power in Virgo. It feels at home in Virgo, and so it's also, throughout this retrograde, it is going to trine Jupiter. It is going to conjunct the sun. So there's going to be good moments throughout this Mercury retrograde. So again, keep that in mind. And so if you feel, remember, at this point, now that Mercury is going retrograde, Uranus is going retrograde in a few days. And then next week, Jupiter goes retrograde early September. Okay. So literally the entire solar system is taking a nap. They're all retrograde except Mars. And what are the chances? Mars is the fieriest planet. The go, very aggressive. So you are going to have this laser focus on what brings you pleasure and what doesn't bring you pleasure anymore. That is going to be a big thing for y'all. A lot of y'all may be thinking about children, a lot of or parents or family, even your creative side, your creativity, things that you do want to create. I do want to remind you, with all these retrogrades, it is not a good time to launch new things. It's a good time to think about things that you want to launch and perfect them, okay? And then, you know, Mercury goes direct September 14th, right at the time of the new moon in Virgo. That is the time, all right, to make any big launch, all right? So just, you know, it's only 3 weeks. It's only 3 weeks. Now, on the 24th, Mars is trining Pluto, with absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. As we know, Pluto is a very powerful planet. So this is a day of empowerment, feeling self-empowered. Use it, all right? Really use this to your advantage. So you can see how it can be a very tricky week. It can be a very confusing week, and it could feel like things are just going a little bit slower. But again, these retrogrades, use them to your advantage. You're meant to slow down a little bit, okay? Especially after everything that's been happening, all right? If you've been a subscriber for a while, you know, back in, I've told you, from May and June, plant those seeds. We had so many windows of opportunities, so you will start seeing all of that come to fruition if you haven't already, all right? Now, I'm not saying that you can't plant seeds now, but you can. You may want to just actually spend time thinking about the strategy around it, okay? Because the other thing that's happening, and I'm going to talk more about this next week, is this Sunday, all right? The Sun opposing Saturn. This is not a great aspect. We already had the Sun opposed Uranus, which was in your side. And so you could have deeply felt that if you saw your last week's reading. But the same day, Mars is going into Libra. Mars does not like being in Libra, and we are going to talk about that next week, because it really does. Both of those have a little bit more influence on what's going on next week. So with that said, Taurus, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you for August 21st to the 27th. Again, this is for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising. And if you want to read for your Venus and your Moon, all those other aspects, you are absolutely welcome to, if you know your birth chart. Okay, so Taurus, let's get started. See what's going on for you. Now, Taurus, like I said earlier, by the way, do you see how I actually need the camera? Like I have to have the mic like right here just so you can hear me because I really am not. My voice is pretty much gone today. But what I was gonna say, it looks like a camera, doesn't it? That's why I said camera. What I was gonna say is I do a traditional cultic cross spread. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. And Taurus, y'all are amazing. I love. I've never been this quiet before, have I? You know, it's always really good when you leave me speechless. Taurus, it really, really good when you leave me speechless. All right, so you're good. You're really, really good. Okay, Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, I'm just going to let you know now, she has, you have a lot of feminine energy in your reading. Let's just get started. You know what? Came up in your past. You're good. You're clearly getting a lot of the things that you want. I want you to ask yourself where in your life, okay? Because a lot of people are, it really depends on where you're putting that energy, right? Is it spiritually? Is it emotionally? Is it mentally? Is it in your physical world? Even still, Queen of Wands, she gets whatever she wants. She's magnetic, okay? She's very magnetic. There's a lot of sexual energy that's happening here. I'm not gonna lie. Some of y'all are going through this sexual revolution. Some of y'all are exploring your sexual side. Some of y'all are, remember what I said, the fact that Mars right now is the only planet that's really, 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 really active, okay? Super active. In your fifth house of pleasure and procreation and sex, okay? The fifth house does rule sex, so there is a lot of sexual energy that I'm picking up on, and we're all adults here. We can talk about that. So the other thing is you do see that she's got the sunflower in her hand. Okay, so it has the full powers of the sun. So that's vitality, that's growth, that's optimism. Things have been good. Things have been good. I absolutely love this for you. A lot of independence with her, but she is, if you are here for work and career, you're like slamming. Do people say that? Is that the right? You're killing it. You're killing it. Okay, because she is like the native like entrepreneur, right? She is Aries, and so it's that natural born leader, entrepreneur energy, and it again Wands, which is enterprise and work and whatnot, but it's still it's still at the end of the day it's your passions, what you're passionate about. Again, your ideas as well. There could have been a lot of movement with ideas that you have, and your native creativity, like this that creative brain of yours, Taurus. Now you just got the strength card in the heart of your spread, and so I'm getting more of the Tauruses who feel that things are just not happening fast enough for you. It's like right now, it's like, okay, I really need to find that strength and courage. Like if things are going sideways or there's been like curveballs, or if there have just been those moments of, like in those cartoons when, there's like, I don't know, a cat walking down the street and a bucket of, green stuff falls on its head. Like if you feel like those kind of moments are happening for you this week, because it is a very confusing week, I'm not gonna lie, and a lot of like random, and then with all these retrogrades. Anyway, it's almost like okay, I need to find that inner strength because there's some wacky stuff happening. This is what it is here. Okay. Now, this is very interesting. I actually love the fact that you got the strength card. It's really, I'm going to show you something here. I go in order, but I'm going to do this now because I'm going to forget. You got the only two cards where they have the symbol of infinity over their heads. And if you turn them sideways, they're 8, right? So we just came out of the, the Lionsgate portal. Hello. You see that big old lion there. Strength card is ruled by Leo, and Lionsgate happens during Sun and Leo. Anyway, this is really interesting because these two cards are all about action, okay? It's all about action, but this one is really about wisdom, the inner wisdom, that inner courage, finding that courage to find that inner wisdom, right? So really going deep, finding that source of strength, okay? You can see she's saying taming the lion, right? But the lion's allowing her. People forget that. The lion is allowing, you can't just go up to a lion and just put your arms around it. You are not going to be, that's not, you're not going to, neither y'all gonna like the outcome of that, okay? And so this is synergetic. This is interaction. So this is tapping into your inner, whatever brings you that source of strength, okay? Doesn't matter if you, whether you believe in God or the universe or your children or, your favorite Louis Vuitton bag. It does not matter where it comes from as long as you get it, as long as you feel it, as long as you feel that strength. Remember, empowerment, okay? With Mars trining Pluto this week. Oh, I love this for you. I absolutely love this for you. Now, remember how I said these two cards are all about action? This is more about action in terms of, manifesting the things that you want and having the power to do that. This is more about, that wild side, right? So really resisting the things that you kind of know you shouldn't do or that you shouldn't, do. Okay, so it's very interesting that you got both cards, but you did get strength ruled by Leo. Remember, we are in Leo season up until Wednesday still, but Venus retrograde in Leo is a big deal, especially it's happening all month. It's happening all week. Really also just tapping into, just really going within with all these retrogrades in general. Okay, now here's the fun thing. You did get the sun, but you got the sun in your challenge area. So do not be afraid. Please do not be afraid to be in the spotlight right now, to really let that optimism come through, to really feel that warmth, to really, really, really know that the universe is on your side and everything is going to just, it's your mindset, okay? It's very interesting for me to see that you did get the Queen of Wands. Like I said, she has the full powers of the sun, but also you see the sunflowers not only in her hand, you see it in her throne too, okay? I'm going to show you something here. You see those sunflowers in the sun card as well? So when this comes up in your challenge area, coming after the Queen of Wands, there is this sense of there's a reason why the Strength card came up in the heart of your spread. And you see it's all yellow here, okay? It's all yellow here. So there could be something that happens this week where, it's like you're a box of Lucky Charms, okay? And then, there's something Count Dracula serial coming through and you're like, whoa, right? And so don't let that shut the sun out of the picture, okay? That would be you that would be doing it, okay? No one else. That would be you, okay? Came in your challenge area, challenging the Strength card here, all right? And with the Venus and Leo. The other thing is the big family energy coming up. There could be something where you need strength to get through a moment with family members. It could even be like a relationship, if that makes sense. So keep that in mind. That may also be a thing that that may be happening. All right, but again, family could be a big thing or something. Actually, you know what? Actually, it's what's really funny. Sun in Leo for the first half of the week, and then we have the Strength card, which is ruled by Leo, okay? And so that is in your fourth house, your domestic sector. So it could be family, it could be children, it could be your actual home, or it could be a relationship. We're just like, oh, I need to find the strength to get through this moment, all right? Now you did get the Magician in your crown, all right? So it looks like you are ready to just boom, boom, boom. Move forward. Move forward in a way where you have all this power to, again, manifest the things that you want. Really know what you want, okay? Really know what you want, because you do see he has all four tools of tarot at his disposal. He's got the cups, he's got the wands, he's got the swords, and the pentacles. Hand to the sky, hand to the ground, as above, so below. As without, so within. This is great. Now, I want you to pay attention to the hand here, okay? The hand of the ground. You already know, right? You know what you want. This is the week where you're gonna have that moment. Remember, you're going within. You're finding that strength to move forward. That inner courage, knowing the things that you shouldn't be doing, or the things that you don't want. But also just moving forward in this way. We're, again, the magician. We're kicking off the fool's journey, the hero's journey. That's what you want, this new journey. And in fact, if you think about your last reading, you did get a big, like, transformative, right, with the death card. And like, come on, you're good. Now, the reason why I say pay attention to the hand to the ground is because bring everything that you want into your reality. It seems like that's what you want to do the most. Now, you did get the Seven of Swords, all right? Remember how I talked about that self-deception earlier? Well, here you go. It is the universe telling you to really, really don't take any shortcuts. Don't do anything where you know it's like, again, this is a week of retrogrades. This is a week to really, things are going to be slowed down, all right? So if there is something that you want to launch right away, don't try to take shortcuts into making that happen, because that's just going to make you harder. You're going to exert energy that you don't need to, all right? So I'm not saying that you can't do it. Just maybe spend some time thinking about other aspects of it that you may have forgotten. Bring other bits to it. Maybe if you put together, I don't know, if you're launching a business, you put together like a social media strategy and a marketing strategy. Hey, maybe you forgot the press release, the communication strategy, right? Like, think about the things that you want. The other thing is that self-deception, not lying to yourself, but really just strategizing, okay? Okay, and the last thing, that message that's coming through is there could be something that's happened this week, or will happen this week, where someone may be doing something a little, let's just say, mischievous, and you know it, and that's where you're like, oh, I need the strength to like confront this person. And remember, Venus is retrograde. I said from the very beginning, this is a month of shakeups, wake up calls, breakups, breakthroughs. So keep that in mind. There could be something that you learn that you're just like, and that's that deception energy, okay? That is that deception energy. So keep that in mind. Okay, so, and your future. So this is why I had to pause, is because I'm looking at your entire spread, all this feminine energy, all this sexual energy, and then you get the Empress in your future. You're good. You're good. You know this is everything. Not only is the Empress everything, Miss Universe here, a goddess, mind you, not a priestess, not a queen, a goddess. We're talking Aphrodite. We're talking, look, you see the symbol of Venus and the stone-shaped heart? Remember what I said. Venus is your ruling planet, all right? Your ruling planet. So Venus, love, money, creativity, everything that you would think that, and a lot of sexual energy with the Empress too, okay? Remember that I said that Mars, hey, is in Virgo, in your fifth house, of pleasure, of love, of romance, of sex, and procreation. And again, she's actually pregnant. So there's a lot of, living life through pleasure and passion and sensuality and sexuality. And there's just so much happening here. A lot of nurturing energy that comes with the Empress, but also a lot of like that sexual energy too, especially with the Queen of Wands here. And I love that. And with the Strength card, you got these three very powerful females across your cross. I've never seen this before. One thing I'm going to point out, again, we're all adults here, and every detail in tarot is significant. You see how how her legs are a little spread out, right? So there's that sexual energy there, right? With the Queen of Wands. But even still, like looking at your entire spread, just you're good. You're good. You're absolutely good, and more power to you. I mean, you're great. Just let that sunshine in. Don't have any moments of self doubt. There again could be a little bit of like there could be like like moments of like confusion in terms of maybe a relationship or something that does bring you pleasure, but you will have that moment of clarity clearly because you have the strength card. You're going to find that inner strength to bring that all that pleasure in your life. And also there could be something new coming through in your life. There actually could be, some of y'all could find out that you're pregnant, some of y'all could want a baby, some of you could even in your family. Okay, remember Venus, this card is ruled by Venus in Leo, in your fourth house, so your domestic sector. So even someone in your family you could find out is pregnant, but even still, 3 is all about creation. Okay, it's all about birth of new things. Speaking of pregnant, right? New things that are coming through into your life. It's clear as day here. New things that will bring you pleasure. You even see like everything about that. First of all, spend a lot of time in nature, please, Taurus. All right, you already do. I know you do. But it have those moments. Okay, go out there, do some forest bathing, do whatever you need to do. You do see the golden wheat here. I mean, that is a new harvest as well. I mean, everything about this is like really special, but there's like that newness with it. All right, so Taurus, let's get to your staff. Taurus, if you like this reading, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I want to know what's going on. Y'all always make me like smile whenever I say that line. I don't know why. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So I am truly grateful, and I really do appreciate it. So Taurus, you are, wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's, oh my gosh. You are definitely, a lot of y'all are gonna have, let's just say a lot of sex, okay? We're all adults here, and I usually go in order, but look, Queen of Wands, Strength, the Empress, Lovers. Right across your cross. I'm just reading you the cards, okay? That's my job, all right? I'm just reading you the cards. But yeah, a lot of y'all are gonna have a big focus on your sexual life. Could be a lot of like sexual awakenings. It could be a lot of thinking about how you have those kind of relationships or whatnot. But before we even get there, look at that. You got the Page of Pentacles. Very Taurus energy here. Very, this is double earth, okay? Pages, earth, pentacles, earth. We're talking double earth, all right? So really grounding, but it's, again, pages are the newbies, right? So this is something new coming into your life. Again, you've got that here with the Empress. You got it here with the Magician. You see all this yellow, by the way. How wonderful is that? All that freshness, all that sunlight. Remember, don't close off that sun. But listen, Page of Pentacles, hello. It's like be open to this new thing that's coming through. Okay, there's definitely something. It's almost like something's advancing or progressing or going to another level. And for a lot of y'all, it could be this new opportunity that's being presented where you'll take. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna muse on this for a bit. I'm gonna see where this goes, and but again, there's just all this yellow. It's like so blinding. As if I was a vampire, I'd be up in smokes right now. But this is really great. A lot of y'all, pentacles are money, and it's money and wealth, right? Remember, even the Empress in your future, that's money right there. But she does hold the golden scepter, which creates abundance and literally like abundance and success. And it's all about fertility here and growth. But Page of Pentacles. There you go. There's a little bit more affirmation for you. Okay. So absolutely love this. He is someone who really loves to learn, by the way. He really loves to learn. I really love this dude. I love the Page of Pentacles. I love him so much. He's so, all he wants to do is really learn and play by the books and really, really like study to become the King of Pentacles one day, and he will, okay? But I do love that, you know, you see his red headscarf, a lot of passion there. I do love, you know, one thing that I love about him is this green shirt, because green is the heart chakra. But anyway, let me just keep going. You did get the Lovers as well, as I in your external factors area next to the Empress. Clear as day relationships will be a big thing for you this week, okay? And it looks more, it could go either way, actually. It can be love in terms of like your partner, or someone that you're seeing, or someone that you are in love with, or someone that you're dating, or someone that you know you could be with for 40, 50 years, and there's just this moment, okay, of magic, but also a moment of choice too, right? That's what the Lovers really comes down to. Is you do see Archangel Raphael. He is the healer, right? You see him there, and with all the sunlight. So I'm so glad that the sun came through here for you. But this is really him gifting you this love, all right? And it's up to you to decide what to do with it, all right? It's in your external factors area. But it did come with the Empress, which is very interesting. So it really will be, because this can, again, it really can go either way, especially when you go through the entire cross here. So it could be a partnership in terms of career or work, or, more than likely, like love, okay? And if you are single, you could possibly expect it to come pretty soon. And you may have a decision, okay? You may even have to, the Lovers is ruled by Gemini, the twin, okay? So you could even have two options, two suitors, if people still use that word. But hey, look at this. The reason why I think a lot of it's going to be career for a lot of Tauruses is because you got the King of Wands. Now, I call him the Steve Jobs of tarot. He is very inspiring. He's very influential. He's a Leo, all right? Leos are, very authoritative. They love the attention. They really not demanding, but they're commanding is what I meant to say. That was not that was a Freud? No, that wasn't a Freudian slip. That was, anyway, I'm not even gonna, I love my Leos. So he is someone who has a lot of power, but again, the Wands, your passions, ideas, creativity, but a lot of work related here. That's why I say Steve Jobs. He earned his spot. He worked his way up, okay? He's not sitting in his throne from lineage or from succession. Worked his way up, all right? And he is the fun king. Very transformative king as well. You do see the salamander at his foot. If you think about the medieval times, people thought the salamander were fireproof. Okay, and so remember, the Wands are the fire suit, right? So you can live through fire. I mean, very transformative energy, because you also see a symbol of the salamander or lizard or snake or whatever you want to call it in his throne and all over his cape, okay? It really represents the Ouroboros, okay? The unity of all things and life cycles. But you got the pair. You got the King and the Queen of Wands. You're good. And then lastly, you got the Nine of Wands. This card is all about resilience, okay? This is saying that, yes, you're going to have to work toward a lot of the things that you want. When it comes to career and your passions, it's not going to be like no one's going to hand it to you on a silver platter. A lot of y'all have worked really hard to get where you're at as well, okay? Now, this is, when I say resilience, This is knowing you've worked hard. This is not letting anyone take anything away from you. Look at him. Look at him. He's been beat up. He's got gauze on his face, or on his head, a little soldier boy, but he is standing in front of the ones protecting them. He has gone through it. He's endured it, but he's standing his ground. He's saying, no, no one's taking anything away from me. I earned this. This is mine. This is amazing. So remember, a lot of career activity here, but also love, relationships, partnerships, passion. I mean, strength. You got everything. You're good. You're good. Just don't don't have don't deceive yourself about things. Let that sunlight through, okay? Let that feel the warmth of the sun. Don't have any doubts, okay? You got the magician in your crown. You got strength in the heart of your spread. You got the empress in your future. I mean, you got it with the lover's card. You have the page of pentacles. You got the king of wands. I mean, like, you see, you got all major arcanas and court cards, except for these two here. This is going to be a big week for you, Taurus. A really big week. Not going to lie, but a great week, actually. Wow. I mean, like, again, all this yellow is just so amazing. Yeah. You will possibly be thinking about making a choice in a relationship or a partnership as well. But also, don't disclude that self-love as well. Remember what I said. Even with the sun in the heart of your spread, in your challenge area with the lovers in your external factors area, that's like self-love too. Okay, it's self-love here we're talking about. So really, really do things where you feel empowered and you have that level of love for yourself that you have for other people. Okay, Taurus? And you do have a lot of love for other people. Remember, you're ruled by Venus. So Taurus, thanks so much for tuning in. Okay. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I want to hear from y'all, okay? And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here next week, y'all. Yeah, hey, you know what's happening. Full moon, okay? The second full moon of August. So again, there's this sense of something's coming to an end, okay? But for you, it's letting this new thing come through. You're amazing, Taurus. I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.